This is the morning weather update. This is for Wednesday, the 9th of August. I'm James Spann. Alabama's weather will stay hot, and once again today, the chance of more active thunderstorms this afternoon and tonight. Let's discuss things early this morning. This is the upper air look across the country as the day begins. And again, the mid-latitude westerlies have been dipping farther to the south, meaning we get the dynamic support for these organized batches of thunderstorms we've seen for the past couple of days, and we'll have the chance of more of those later today and tonight. But early this morning, as I do this update about 5:30, the radar is quiet. Nothing happening across the state at the moment. Temperature's not bad. We've got some mid-60s for parts of North Alabama. A little hint of fall. 65 for Aniana, 66 degrees for Gadsden, Cullman, and Haleyville. Huntsville at 68. However, if you're in South Alabama, it does not feel like fall. It is muggy and humid and rather oppressive outside. Mobile sitting at 83. And again today for the southern half of the state, there is a heat advisory in effect for the counties in orange. That's where the heat index could hit 105. And for the counties in gray, that is a dense fog advisory for parts of north central Alabama. That would include Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, and Anniston and Gadsden. That fog will be dissipating by mid-morning. And around the nation, things otherwise relatively quiet. So another active weather day for parts of the Mid-South. We have an enhanced risk of severe storms today for parts of western and middle Tennessee, Arkansas, and Missouri. And that enhanced risk, which is level 3 out of 5, extends down into the northwest corner of Alabama. That would include Athens and the Shoals. We have a level 2 out of 5 risk today. The areas in yellow down to Fayette, Pelham, Talladega, and Heflin, and then a level 1 out of 5 risk, the darker green, from near York down to Atmore and over to Dothan. And the short-term high-resolution models they're not in good agreement, and they're really struggling. They always struggle with summer convection, but we'll just say the main window for strong storms, noon to midnight. It's not going to rain everywhere today, but where the storms do form, they could be quite strong. This is tomorrow, a risk of severe storms stretching from the deep south over to the Atlantic coast. In Alabama, we have a level 1 out of 5 risk over about the northern half of the state. And Friday, day 3, no formal risk defined here. There's a chance of severe storms for parts of the Midwest and the Great Lakes, up around Chicago. Here's a look at rain for the next 7 days. And again, the heat ridge over Texas, Louisiana, and southern Arkansas. No rain at all there, where they just cannot buy a shower. And on an average basis, rain amounts between 1 and 2 inches for much of Alabama between now and Wednesday morning of next week. There's some evidence we could get into some drier air by Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. You'll see that as we go through modeling. And yeah, buddy, the tropics just dead, and nobody's griping. We have no tropical storm formation expected for the next 2 days or for the next 7 days. Maps rarely look like that in mid-August. Model fans, here we go, the GFS. This is the 06Z run, valid today at 4. And again, the westerlies are farther to the south than you would typically see this time of the year. And there's a short wave over Kansas that'll be sliding down through here, providing support for perhaps some organized convection. And again, this is the synoptic scale GFS. Let's go to the high-res HER. This is valid this evening at 6 o'clock. Now, the HER shows an MCS, a mesoscale convective system over Tennessee, moving into the Tennessee Valley. And if this solution is right, a decent chunk of the day today will be dry for the state with the main chance of storms tonight. But other high-resolution models have suggested storms forming farther to the south this afternoon. Again, they're not in good agreement. So again, we're just going to say the window for storms noon to midnight. And like recent days, the main concern coming from strong straight-line winds. So this is tomorrow. And again, these maps are not overly helpful here, but we'll mention scattered showers and storms mainly tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. They could be strong for the northern half of the state. Highs low in mid-90s. This is Friday, same thing, a few scattered showers and storms about, and that'll be the theme for the weekend. This is Saturday, and this is Sunday. The chance of any one spot getting wet over the weekend will be in the 40-45% range. Storms mostly during the peak of the daytime heating process, and highs for the weekend will be mostly low and mid-90s. So Monday, there's evidence a surface boundary could approach. And if that's the case, we could see a bump in the number of showers and thunderstorms. And then Tuesday, the GFS continues the idea of drier air coming in here. And if by chance this works, that would suggest lower humidity, a little cooler at night, and heat levels down a bit. But as we say this time of the year, we'll believe it when we see it, because dry air shots don't often push in here this time of the year. Let's go out a week from today, Wednesday the 16th, heat ridge off to the west. And again, if the GFS is right, the weather would be mostly dry. But again, that's just a concept at this point. Let's go out 10 days. This is Friday the 18th, the end of next week. Again, the ridge in place, muggy, hot, scattered showers and storms around. This is rain for Birmingham coming off the European ensemble. The mean about 2 inches between now and the 24th of August. And temperatures look about where they ought to be for this time of the year. This is for Birmingham. South Alabama is going to be hotter. 90 today, then mostly low and mid-90s for the weekend and through much of next week. And the latest 8 to 14-day guidance, August 16th through August 22nd. And if this works out, temperatures would be above average. Always fascinating with convection here in the summer for sky watchers. I'm telling you, sometimes you need to put the phone down and look up, and you see things like that. Asperitas clouds over Alabama yesterday in advance of that batch of storms that came through during the midday hours. And how about this deal over Dothan yesterday? What in the world is going on here? A swirl in the base of a thunderstorm. That is not a developing tornado. It's awfully cool. That's basically a wind eddy. You can see those little local circulations in the base of storms and those turbulent clouds. But again, nothing to do with the tornado. There was no tornado there yesterday, but there was some damage because of straight line winds. This is some of the wind damage down in Ozark, and the bulk of the severe thunderstorms yesterday down across that part of the state, the southeastern counties. But you know, over to the west, our friends in Gulf Shores and Orange Beach, they've really enjoyed some beautiful but hot weather. These were a couple of shots yesterday taken at Orange Beach, and the bulk of the storms have stayed north of there as the upper ridge has been kind of locked in place. And again, if you're beach-bound, you'll have fine weather for the next several days. And again, as we've talked about, absolutely no sign of any tropical trouble, no tropical storms and no hurricanes. All right, let's see what's going on here in the docket. Today, we'll be in Birmingham speaking to a senior group at Cahaba Ridge Retirement Community. That's over there in the Grandview Medical Center. Tomorrow, I got a private school in Augusta, Georgia. That's a virtual talk, of course. And then the Early Autism Center. See some of the kids there in Birmingham Friday morning. And Saturday, it is a book signing. And we are looking forward to that. That's going to be in Aniana up in Blount County. And we'll be there from 9 until noon. And again, this is a brand new coffee shop. Their grand opening is actually on Friday. And we will be there Saturday from 9 until 12 noon. And we are looking forward to that. And as I'm speaking here, I'm going to pull up the name. It's the Barking Bee Coffee Shop on 2nd Avenue West in Aniana. So again, that's Saturday from 9 until noon. If you've never been to one of these things, we have great fun. We have all of our the books, Weathering Life. We have All You Can Do Is Pray. That's the book about April 27, 2011. Our weather book for children, Benny and Chipper, Prepared Not Scared. That's for kids that may be a little afraid of weather or they love weather. And, of course, all the hats and the shirts and all that kind of good stuff from my Crest Publishers. And we have a lot of fun, take a lot of pictures, and it's just great fun. So, again, that's the Barking Bee Coffee Shop in Aniana, Saturday from 9 to noon. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.